I've actually had an epiphany in that area because building a business where there's new employees, several people to manage, you need to have the systems. Because if you don't have the systems in place, the business is so dependent on you as a person to follow everyone up, and it's just not sustainable once you hit, 5, 6 plus people in the business. And yeah, so it has made my life a lot easier. So thank you for that, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick here with Sondre from Maisel, a sales company that I've been working with. So today we're going to talk to Sondre about his experience in the coaching program. So, hey, Sondre, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you, Patrick?
Awesome. I'm good. Thank you.
Good.
So I just wanted to start with, can you share a bit more about yourself and your company?
Yeah. So my name is Sondre Bråten, a very Norwegian name. And the company's name is Meisel, as you said. And we're basically a sales company. And yeah, we sell different products over the phone. And yeah, that's super short about us. And yeah, it's been a journey since we started working with you as well.
Awesome. So I know that you found us through a Facebook ad, and then you signed up for that, and you and I had a conversation.
Yeah.
So tell me where you were when we started working together. You decided that we're going to start working together, and where you're at right now.
Yeah. So when we had the call, I was actually in my mom's basement, as you know. That's where me and the salespeople were sitting. So it was a pretty young and new business. Not many systems in place and not very structured really. And yeah, we were doing about $25,000 a month in revenue. Not a lot of it was profit as well, so it wasn't very profitable at the time. And since working with you for around 3 months now, we've gone from 25K to around 80, 90K dollars. And then yeah, now we've also moved to a new city. So we have two departments now, and it's going much better.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what would you say with all the different things that I've helped you with and that we've been working on in the coaching program? What would you say is maybe the 2, 3 challenges where I've been able to help you take things to the next level?
So the first thing that comes to mind is focus. Because when we first met, as you know, I was all over the place, trying to do everything at once. Maybe start a marketing agency, maybe start my own course, or maybe focus on the sales business. So I was kind of halfway in at everything, and that doesn't really create great results. So you helped me lock in my focus to what I knew. I didn't know how to do these other things, but I knew how to run a sales business. And so I gave that my 100% focus. And yeah, that's probably the biggest thing, and keeping me accountable for that as well. Because I strayed off the path a few times, as humans sometimes do.
Times.
Yeah. And other than that, time management in terms of not wasting time doing basically things that don't generate a lot of money, doing accounting, for example. It's much better to have an accountant than to do your own accounting. So help me focus on the things that really produce results, high income activities, basically. So like sales training of the salespeople, that's something that generates a lot of money and creates good culture. And yeah, things like that.
Awesome. And we also talked about the you said the sales training of the team and creating
Yeah.
processes and systems around your sales teams to basically close more deals,
Yeah.
and also working with, was it both the existing and the new team members as well? Can you share a little bit more about that?
Definitely. So when the way we used to do sales coaching is basically that we had a 2 hour long training the first day, and then just frequent follow-ups after that. But it wasn't really put into a system. So it was really inconsistent, and we did a lot of different things for a lot of different salespeople, and we didn't really have a system to, expand the knowledge of the salespeople that were already doing good. So we didn't have a system in place basically. And when you taught me a little trick or two on how to build systems and guided me through that process, we got a whole new system that what's the word I'm looking for? Implemented new salespeople or onboarded, I mean, new salespeople into the sales team, and made them great salespeople, but also made, already decent salespeople, really good salespeople. So now we have a system in place that we use for everyone, and that's been a game changer because now we know where they are in the run, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Also called like a SOP, standard operating procedure, to figure out
Simply.
what do you
Yeah.
need to do to close more deals, and how can you train and onboard the salespeople to also reach that level. And one
Yes.
thing we talked about was also again the focus, but like the offer. What was the thing that you were supposed to like focus on? And I've been so happy just to see your progress from going from all these different things, and we can do all this to
Yeah.
like zone in, and then we build that together. And you've been able to systemize things in a fantastic way, and even the growth as well that you've had from the $25,000 to about $80,000-$90,000 has also been
Yeah.
amazing. And I also know you mentioned that the profits as well has also gone up during that time, which is kind of a important thing, not just the revenue.
Drastically.
Yeah.
So right now we probably have 3 times the profit margin we had from the previous product. And when we talked in the beginning, you were very clear that I need to get a new product because the old product is just it's not sustainable. And yeah, so the business is much more healthy now than it used to be. So yeah, I'm
Yeah, that's
grateful.
yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm super happy to just see your journey and your process as well. And we talked about a lot about redundancy, like what do you do if this happens, and then you need this in place, and you need to have processes and systems in place. So you can, I think also like scale over time. So like you're ready to scale now in a totally different situation, like running around. And I have a lot of coaches, consultants, and sales managers that like they have their salespeople, or even for themselves as well, when they sit in and sell, like it goes in here and out here, right?
Yeah,
But like we've really been able to put a system in place, so like it doesn't just go
definitely.
in here and out here, but it gets to
Yeah.
stick, right? And you're
And,
ready for growth.
and I've actually had an epiphany in that area because building a business where there's new employees, several people to manage, you need to have the systems because if you don't have the systems in place, the business is so dependent on you as a person to follow everyone up, and it's just not sustainable once you hit 5, 6 plus people in the business. And yeah, so it has made my life a lot easier. So thank you for that, Patrick.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think the thing you're saying as well is it's so common where like the question is what's going to happen if the founder, you or the founder ends up in a car crash or gets sick or has to take time off for like 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Like how long can your business actually last?
Yeah,
And a lot of business owners I talk to, it's like that's not for long. And they know it. And for their family, for their success, for their long-term business, they need to have those systems in place, like you said. So
definitely.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I remember getting sick for a week when I first started the business. I think the sales results went down by 70% because young salespeople not showing up to work basically, and yeah, it was just wasn't in system. And a few weeks ago, I had Corona, and the sales numbers wasn't really affected by it really. So yeah, it's get your systems in place. That's the
Yeah, that's
takeaway.
right. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, though. So, what would you say to someone that's either thinking of jumping on a call with me or someone in my team, or jumping on the program? What would you say to them if they're thinking about it?
I would say, well, I can tell you what I thought when I was in the coaching, the first session, where the discovery call, as they call it. When we were talking, I didn't know a lot about you at all, I knew your business partner and who he was, and didn't have a lot of money as well. So it's kind of a big investment for a young guy who didn't have his economics in place at the time. But yeah, after doing it, my economics have drastically improved, and I've gotten at least 100-fold back in terms of the investment. And yeah, my advice is just do it. Yeah, get Patrick as your coach and see how your life and business changes for the better.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Sounds like a good idea.
it sounds like a good idea.
All right, that's
Well,
awesome.
honestly, it was revolutionary for me
Yeah.
because you know, you're 10, 20 years ahead of what I am currently at, and to get that knowledge, it's you know, you have your own business Wikipedia available a few times a week. Then you can just ask questions if there's anything you wonder about, and you've usually been in the same situation before, so you have a good answer for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how you can answer those questions. That
yeah,
yeah, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So
definitely.
that's cool. Well, awesome.
Yeah,
Hey, thank you so
yeah.
much, Sondre, for this little interview. And I'm so excited for where you have been and where you've gone. And I'm also like, super excited just to follow you on your continued journey as well of scaling your company to new heights. So, all
Me too.
right, thank you for this call, and
All right.
talk to you soon.
Will do.
All
Bye
right.
bye.